What is up, cartel? How are you guys? Good? I'm glad. Welcome if you're new here. My name is Cheyenne. I own a metaphysical boutique named Crystal Cartel in Las Vegas, Nevada. And this is where I basically give you guys behind the scenes rundowns of what's happening in the shop, what's happening in my life. You get to know me a little bit better. So, welcome. This week I am going to be making up for my really short video I posted last week. And I'm also in the process of doing a lot of like personal growth and wanting to like be a better version of myself. And one of the things that I'm trying to conquer is my fear of talking to a camera continuously. So this is gonna this is gonna kind of be a little exercise for me too. And it's super raw, super unedited, unfiltered, that kind of vibe. So if that's not for you, you should probably keep it pushing. Just heads up. So now that that's all done and over with, I have to promote my other pages too. So with me going to Salem on Tuesday, I do suggest, if you want like real-time updates and photos and videos and reels and whatnot, you should definitely follow me on Instagram. It's the same handle as YouTube, Crystal Cartel 777. Not the word 777, but 777. It's the same handle on TikTok as well, so Crystal Cartel 777 on there. Follow me on Threads, and definitely subscribe on here. So yeah, now that's done and out of the way. I'm going to Salem on Tuesday, and I was only planning on closing the shop for, the 23rd through the 25th, so Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But I have decided I did really well out in Pahrump these last couple weeks, so I want to go out there and restock and give like a little refresh of all the stuff we have out there. I'm going to be restocking some of our deity candles that sold out there. I'm also going to be restocking some herbs that we sold out there. What else did I put in there? I'm taking some crystal confetti, some new crystals out there, all sorts of stuff. So if you're in Pahrump and you're seeing this, definitely go check out Boss Babes. Their address is, I'm gonna link it down below too, so if you're worried about writing it down, just go to the little description and I'll have it there too. But their address is 2160 East Calvada Boulevard in Pahrump, Nevada. And they have a bunch of different little artists and crafters and businesses in there, so it's definitely a fun place. Definitely a cool way to shop local and support local without having to go to like an outdoor market and everything, which they do host as well. So, but yeah, so that's what I'm gonna be doing on Tuesday. I'll be running around doing that out in Pahrump. I'll also probably be packing, because I told myself I was gonna start packing Sunday or Monday, and it hasn't happened yet. So I definitely have to work on that tonight. And yeah, so to get a little bit more personal about this trip, I have felt as if a new deity is trying to reach out to me, and I've been having dreams about them. I've been seeing like little signs of theirs, and one of the dreams was, so if you know me or if you don't, I'm a big 5 Seconds of Summer fan. I freaking love them. And one of their songs is called Lost in Reality, and which is kind of crazy because it's about Hailey Bieber and with all the shit that's going on with Hailey. Yeah. Anywho, the lyrics go, "Hey, hey, Hailey, won't you save me?" And as I was sitting in the dream and listening to the song, it literally said, "Hey, hey, Hades, won't you save me?" And I even like in the dream was like, what am I hearing right now? And I looked down at my phone and it says on my Spotify, "Hey, hey, Hades, won't you save me?" Like, you know how you go and you look at the lyrics and everything? Swear. So that was like the first dream that really gave me like the inkling that he was reaching out to me. And then the next one, that next morning I woke up and I felt like, if this is him really trying to reach out, maybe I should go to the cemetery and go visit my friends and family. Sorry, I have the windows open, which I don't normally do when I film, that way I don't get distracted. But I swear people look at me like I'm a lost puppy waiting to be adopted, especially men, and I'm just like, I'm just looking, stop, leave me alone. Anywho, so yeah, my chair is horrible. I have to get a new one when I get back from Salem. So I had that dream that really pushed me. It made me feel like I had to go and visit my friends and family that are all in this one cemetery. And I felt some type of way. I really wanted to go. Didn't make the time because I was kind of nervous. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not that person that wants to go hang out in a cemetery or a graveyard by themselves. Low-key scares the shit out of me. So went about my day, went about my life. The next like couple days, I just had dreams with different signs and messages, I think, from him trying to say like, hey, I'm trying to get your attention, girl. Like, what are you doing? And like, I would see a black dog, I would see black snakes, I would see keys, which I know is Hecate as well, but I already know and I'm aware that Hecate is one of my deities. I work with her pretty frequently. I leave her offerings at crossroads and everything. So, yeah, with that being said, it was really the song where it switched out Haley with Hades that really threw me for a loop. But then I had this other dream, and it was me and my mom, who I'm going to Salem with. It's just gonna be me and her. This is the first adult trip I've taken in a really long time. I'm really excited. So it's me and my mom. We're sitting outside of this like little cafe, super cute. I don't recognize exactly where this is, and it's cold. So we're hanging out, doing our thing. She's eating soup, I'm eating my sandwich. We're like mid conversation, and then there's like a pause. There's just like a silence, like we're eating whatever. And this gorgeous man with dark ass hair walks by with his dog, and he stops like in front of our table and looks at me, and he's like, you need to stop caring about how people perceive you. And then just turns and walks away with his dog. And I look at my mom, and my mom doesn't seem like aware of what just happened. I felt like it was a very direct, like, this is for you. This is not a part of your dream. This is for you. And I was like, oh my gosh, because the whole dream just went on as normal after that. Like, we walked around, we went shopping, which I'm assuming it was probably Salem because we have been watching a lot of like travel videos about Salem or travel vlogs about Salem. So yeah, it's another, like, I'm really excited about Salem, but I'm also extremely anxious to see what exactly it has in store for me, because not only is Salem like damn near on my Mercury line, but it's also really close to a intersection of my Mercury and my Sun line as well. And now that I'm getting these messages from Hades, I'm just like, oh my gosh, what is going on? What do I have to know? What is gonna happen? So yeah, that's what's going on with that. So after I had that dream, I like conversed with a bunch of different people, my mom, some customers, some friends of mine, and I even went on Instagram, which is another reason why you should follow me on there, because then you could see all of my real life antics in real time. I went on there and I asked everybody, I was like, what do you guys think? Should I go to the cemetery because I've had this, and this happen? Or should I just wait to go to Salem and, you know, go visit the cemeteries and the graveyards there and then come back and see how I feel and then go from there? Which, when I get back, I'm still gonna go and venerate my friends and family, just because I think we're coming up on 5 years of my friend not being with us Earthside anymore. And then I believe it's like almost 9 or 10 years since my great grandma, who's in that same cemetery, has not been Earthside with us. So it's something I should definitely do either way, and I am going to do either way. But yeah, I decided I'm going to wait for Salem. But I'm going to tell you what exactly happened that kind of pushed me past the point of like wanting to do this by myself too. Which I finally, my sister like reached out and she's like, look, I'll go with you. Like, don't worry, we can do this together. Just let me know when I'm not working and we can go do it. So it was right after work. It was dusk. Sun was going down. It was beautiful out. I needed to go get shoes because I don't wear closed-toed shoes. You're not supposed to walk in a graveyard or a cemetery without closed-toed shoes. And I didn't have the most respectable clothing on, and I did not have a veil for my head. So I had to go get all of this. On top of that, I wanted to get tobacco and flowers, obviously to give to my friend who was a heavy tobacco smoker, but I also know that tobacco is an offering for Hades, so I wanted to leave him an offering of tobacco, as well as like the graveyard keeper. I was gonna get coins, all that fun stuff. So I went and I did all of this, and on top of that, I was hungry, so I had to stop at Taco Bell and get me some food. By the time I actually I'm not sure what that was. Hold on. Wild. Wild. Okay. So by the time I got done with all of this, I went to the cemetery and it was dark out. And I was sitting next to the cemetery and I'm looking out my passenger window. And there's like lights and everything in the cemetery, which my mom also told me that this cemetery is known for having like colored orbs just flying around at night too, which I didn't know. So that's crazy. But as I'm watching like the cemetery, I'm like trying to build up the courage. I'm like lighting my Palo Santo, going to cleanse myself and everything. I look out and I see something run in between two headstones, like between two headstones and then between the trees. And there's no other cars in the cemetery. And I don't like to park my car in the cemetery because I don't want to take anything home. Excuse me. So that scared the daylights out of me. I was like, you know what? It's too dark for me at this point. If I come back, I'm going to do it at dusk. Like, be well prepared at dusk with somebody with me and go do my thing and see what happens from there. So I left. And everybody thinks I did the right thing, and everyone's told me like you should probably just wait for Salem and see like what kind of messages and what kind of signs you're gonna get from Hades, Hermes, whoever in Salem. Because if you don't know me too, I am a very big Hermes devotee. So yeah, and the fact that I'm going to my Mercury line, which is the Roman counterpart of Hermes, I'm so excited. I'm so freaking excited. You have no idea. But yeah, so that's what's been going on with me and my psyche lately. And I also feel like I've been in a weird like transition phase and like this weird personal growth phase where I'm starting to let go of things that don't necessarily resonate with me. And I have a really hard time letting go of stuff because I have always, like, when it's mine, it's mine. I don't want to let go of it. I grew up, like, not saying that I grew up any type of way, but I had to share a room. Like, I shared a lot of things in my life. So when something's mine, I want it to stay mine. I don't want to let go of it, which is probably a really bad, like, attachment and, abandonment issue. But we're working on it. So, yeah, I'm working on letting go of things. I'm working on growing and putting myself out of my comfort zone because my shop and my business has essentially become my comfort zone, as well as motherhood. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm a mom, I'm a business owner, whatever. But now I'm like really trying to turn inward and be like, okay, but who are you, bitch? Who is Cheyenne? So, which is another really cool thing I've been doing. I've been working with a coach recently. She's supposed to just be a business coach, but I feel like she's turned into a lot more than that to me. She's definitely more of like a therapist and a friend who's like kind of setting me straight, because with the partnership I was in, like I very much feel like I have let myself slip away, like as a person, as a personality, as an entity, and I've just molded myself into what I need to be and what I need to become for like the business and my babies. So it's been interesting. I've been doing a lot of writing and shadow journaling prompts. And ChatGPT has been my best friend, and that's been low-key my therapist too. So if you can't afford therapy, definitely just go try ChatGPT. There is a free version, and they will cut you off at a certain time or at a certain point after so many questions. But I think it's like $20 a month, which I haven't bit the bullet and done yet, just because, you know, budgeting for the trip and everything. But I think it's worth it personally, and I'm thinking about just investing in it when I get back. So definitely try it out. I know a lot of people are still very much on the fence about AI and ChatGPT and everything, but I think it's a really amazing tool, and it's something you're going to have to learn to grow with, because a lot of people didn't like the internet, and now look at us. I'm literally talking to my phone on the internet that you're watching me on. So yeah, so that's what's going on with that. And yeah, what else are we doing? What else is going on? I am about to, my TikTok shop is finally up now too, guys. I'm so excited. So my TikTok shop is up. I have so many ideas of content that I want to do, but I'm trying to like withhold myself. I'm also trying to give myself more time and grace so I can put out more quality content and more meaningful content, because there was a point, there was a point literally like 2-3 weeks ago where I was just like rapid firing and like putting out as much content as I could, and I didn't really care how it looked or what it sounded like, who it resonated with, or anything like that. So this is another pull back on the reins for me, where I'm gonna be like, okay, you're gonna give yourself time to really look and feel and film and brainstorm ideas for content that's actually gonna resonate with people, that people are actually gonna wanna watch, and all that fun stuff. So I have all of these ideas up in my head about what I want to do content-wise for TikTok, especially around like our deity candles and our colognes and our ritual oils. So be on the lookout for that when I get back, which will be, I get back the 25th. I want to hit the ground running on Monday the 28th, which I'm also considering taking one day off a week when I get back from Salem. I am not trying to be so burnt out. Eventually, I do want Crystal Cartel to be 7 days a week and potentially 10 to 12 hours open every day. Obviously, me being a mom and my sole employee, which I'm not hiring, I've had a lot of people ask me and like send resumes to me and everything saying like, please hire me, please hire me. I'm not in a position to at this point in time. So that being said, eventually I do want to have employees. I do want the shop to be open 7 days a week, potentially 10 to 12 hour days. And I am not giving myself the time and grace that I need to really like take for myself and my family and my babies to really recoup and realign with my whole dream, in a sense. So like my dream life would be to have my employees running the shop for me. I could be in store 1 to 2 days a week. I can homeschool my babies. We have our own house, which that's another goal of mine that I'm working on, which is crazy because I also did not know, sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. I did not realize that Hades was also a deity of wealth and material possessions. And the fact that he reached out to me, I'm just like crazy. Because I had like this weird epiphany the other day where I was just like, I have been in the same living situation for I don't even want to discuss for how long, because it's not going to be relevant anymore, because I'm not letting it be relevant anymore. I'm getting out of the situation. But yeah, I've been in the same living situation for so long that I had like this whole aha moment where I was just like, oh my God, something has to change. I have to change. Everything has to change. And even my coach was like, this is where things are gonna start not aligning with you, and this is where you're gonna have to learn to let go and to shed old skin and to shed old things and old habits and all this other stuff, just to change your environment around you, which is kind of, it's ironic because Hades, I've also found out, is all about transformation and growth and all of that fun stuff. So yeah, big wow moment, big like blown up in my mind, crazy. So yeah, I'm hoping to have at least one day off a week without it hindering the shop's growth. Because like I said, I do want it to eventually be 7 days a week, especially with how many metaphysical shops we're losing in our community. Well, not losing, but like physical spaces for spiritualists and practitioners to go to, like in person. is starting to dwindle here in Vegas. And so it's making me nervous because I'm just like, I don't want that to happen to us. I don't want that to happen to Crystal Cartel. It's not going to, but it's still nerve-wracking to see because these people had a huge following on social media. Another place had a massive, like, had freaking locations in all of the malls, and they are all closed now. So I'm just like, what's going on? Why is this happening? So, but nothing's happening to us. We're growing, we're expanding, we're getting bigger and better. I actually just posted a reel today about how I literally did a ritual on Thursday, because if you don't know this already, Thursday is really good for, well, it's associated with the planet Jupiter, and Jupiter is all about growth and expansion and wealth and abundance. So I did a ritual on Thursday with our new green light ritual oil. This is actually going to be available on April 23rd, and it's only exclusively online on crystalcartel.com. So the link is going to be in the description as well. It's also in the bio on my YouTube page. But I asked for a new opportunity. So I've been looking for new places to like put our stuff in, because I do eventually want to have a second location. I want to have a team. Like I said, baby steps, but you know, how are we going to do that? By, you know, spreading the word, spreading ourselves out. Let me pause this real quick. What's up, guys? It's now hours later. I had a friend stop by the shop and we chopped it up for a little bit, and then I got busy with some other customers, and then I closed up shop and I ran some errands because I put the pro in procrastination and I have not done anything for this trip. So yeah, it is now 9:30 Saturday evening, and I told my grandparents I was going to go to church with them tomorrow because I am the bigger person and I am going to show respect to others' beliefs and religions even though I don't receive the same. So that's what I'm going to go head off and do right after I do some of my lovely shadow journaling notebook, because like I said, I am on a self-growth journey, and you guys are, whether you're here or not, I'm gonna go on it. But if you're here, let's go for a little ride, okay? So this is my pre-Salem vlog, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I know this one is a little bit lengthier, and I hope I covered everything. The New Beginnings collection is going to be dropping on April 23rd. That's going to include the green light oil that I use to actually get a new opportunity to put our stuff into another consignment shop. And it's a big one. It's a big and popular one. But I'm not going to disclose what it is or where it is exactly, because, you know, we plan in silence. We operate in silence. So I love you guys. Don't forget to hit subscribe, like the video, follow me on Instagram and TikTok and Threads. All the handles are Crystal Cartel 777, and I will see you guys later. I leave for Salem on Tuesday, so if you want real-time updates, follow me on Instagram. Love you.